I didn't really know that they were already in the market since 2016. So their goal was to break the stereotype na makeup is just for women, and they also wanted to bring in quality products at a very affordable price, which if you've seen my powder pout swatch video as well as the multi-use mousse or the velvet flush multi-use mousse video, I noticed how a lot of their products are actually similar to other products in the market, but they come in a very low price tag compared to what's available. So Detail Cosmetics actually sent me their PR package when they launched their Sunset Dream palette. So along with this palette, they also sent me a couple of different products. So I thought, why not do a full face of Detail Cosmetics products? So I just want to let you guys know that even though they sent me free product, it does not mean that this video is sponsored or anything like that. And all of my thoughts and opinions are my own, just like with any other review video. So without further ado, let's get on to trying all these makeup products. Super excited. So they sent me the Make Brow Super Fine Liner in the shade Coffee. Okay, so just like any other brow pencil, it comes with the pencil on one side, which is super skinny, and then it comes with a spoolie on the other side. Okay, so let's try this on. Okay, right off the bat, it's not too creamy, which I like. It's super easy to draw those hair-like strokes. So what I'll do is use the spoolie para ma-brush off yung dito para mas magmukha siyang natural. Spoolie is also nice. It's not prickly. It's really soft. So here is the side with the brow pencil and here's the side without. So far, I like it, and even though the shade is coffee, hindi siya masyadong warm. So wala siyang parang red undertones. And maganda yung shade niya, hindi siya masyadong cool din na mukhang grayish. Parang sakto lang siya even though I have color in my hair right now. So let's apply this on the other side. Yung maganda rin here, if naparami kayo ng apply using the pencil, you can always go back with the spoolie. Ayan. Madali din siya i-blend out sa brows. Para hindi mukhang minarker yung eyebrows. There we go! Medyo mas makapal lang guys yung brow ko here kasi nung last time na nag-groom ako ng brows ko. Ayan, pantayin natin. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wait until the end of the day to give you guys my thoughts on this brows kasi so far I like it. Yung application niya, it's just right. The formula is just right. It's not too creamy, not too dense na mahihirapan ka i-draw on yung brows mo. Super easy niyang gamitin, but we'll see how it wears throughout the end of the day. So now I'm gonna use the concealer. They have the Intense Cover Concealer right here, and they gave me the shade. It's a high coverage concealer, and I am using the shade Beige. So I'm gonna use this to prime my eyelids. Ooh, okay. So it has a brush type applicator, which is not my favorite for concealer. It reminds me of the LA Girl concealer. Parang perfect itong concealer na to prime the lids kasi may pagka-matte finish siya. Yan. So I'm gonna try to kind of carve out my brows na din. Shade-wise, parang okay naman siya. I'm curious to see how it will look later pag ginamit ko siya sa under eye area ko. So let's do one eye muna para ma-test out natin kasi kapag dinalawa ko agad, mamaya fail pala tapos mahihirapan lang tayo. So I'm gonna set the concealer with the Happy Skin Cooling Powder. So here is how the Sunset palette looks. It's very pretty. It has a lot of warm neutral shades. And then on the other side, parang a lot of pops of color. And then the shimmers. For today, let's do a nice neutral look. Something that you could wear for every day. So I'm just gonna dive into the shade Dusk and use this as my transition shade. Okay, I will say I'm having a hard time seeing that dusk shade on me, so maybe I'm gonna go in a little deeper and use the shade Solar right here. Not much kickback on the product too. Hindi siya too powdery. It's not the most pigmented. So kung pigmented yung hanap nyo, you're not gonna get it from this palette. What I like though is the fact that it's very buildable. Even though yung color niya sa pan is like a chocolate brown, parang on my lids, mas warm, dusty orange siya than a chocolate brown shade. Now I'm gonna go in and add some shimmer. Wow, shimmer agad. I'm gonna use this Morrow shade right here with a brush. So let's see how it will apply lang, dry lang, na eyeshadow lang talaga. Ooh, in fairness. Okay, in fairness sa shimmers niya, without any, you know, setting spray or any water, I'm just using my brush lang talaga. And it's transferring really well. And then on the outer corner, I want to use this shade right here. This is the shade Nostalgia, which is like a really dark chocolate brown shade, just to deepen out that outer corner. Let's see how it will look though. Just on the outer corner. Tapos, I'm gonna add this shade right here, the shade Morn, para medyo sunset yung vibes. Ooh, that is very orange. Ito yung talagang, wow, orange. Parang yung theme ng eye ko ngayon, yung sa Lion King. Yung sunset. Okay, so far, I like it. It's very buildable, like I said, and blendable. It's not the most pigmented right off the bat, pero yung shimmer niya, no fallout on my under eye area. As in, it's a palette that I could use after I've already put on my foundation. Now I'm using this like flat brush, and I'm gonna apply the shade Morn on my lower tear duct, just to complete that look. And then I'm gonna apply the shade Nostalgia on the outer lower tear duct, so here. I'm happy with how my eye is looking now, so I'm gonna do the other eye, or my left eye, off camera, and I'll be right back and we're gonna test out the eyeliner. Okay, so here is how the eyeshadow is looking so far. I like it. No fallout. Hindi siya too powdery. The pigment is just right. Like I said, if you're someone who looks for pigment on the first watch, it's not for you. The shimmers, yes, they're very pigmented. Pero yung mga matte shades, it's definitely the buildable, blendable kind. So now it's time for liquid eyeliner. So I have the liquid eyeliner in extra black. And let's do a little winged moment for today. This actually reminds me of the Maybelline liquid eyeliner. Naka-box na siya, naka-plastic wrap pa. Sobrang talagang naka-package. Hindi ko siya mabuksan. Okay, so it's more of a felt tip, which I like. And again, you can see super pigmented on the first swatch. It has like a matte fit. It's not too matte. It has a little bit of sheen to it, pero hindi rin siya masyadong shiny. Okay, so let's try this out on my eyes. Like I said, let's just do a little winged moment right here. Ay? Bakit ganon? Wait. Sa back ng hand ko, super dali niyang iswatch, pero nung sa may eyelids ko na, ayaw niya ng... Ayan. So kailangan diinan. Ayan, oh. Medyo mahirap. So I had to kind of go back and forth. Hindi siya as pigmented sa lids as it was on the back of my hand. Okay, so I will stop here kasi baka ma-mess up ko pa yung eye makeup ko. But so far, not loving the liquid eyeliner. It was very pigmented on the back of my hand, as you could see and as you saw. Sobrang isang ganun lang na swatch na siya. Pero sa eyelids ko, I had to go back and forth to apply it on my eyelids, and that's just not what I'm looking for when it comes to a liquid eyeliner. Okay, now that we're done with the eye makeup, I have some face products. And first off, let's start with the Detail Cosmetics. But why do I say Detail Cosmetics? Everything here nga is Detail Cosmetics. Let's start with the Illuminating Primer Oil. So, hindi ako nag-moisturizer since mag-a-apply tayo ng oil, which sometimes kasi moisturizers and yung mga oils, hindi sila nagsiset in well together. So, nag-skincare lang ako like toner, may serum, and then diretso na tayo sa primer. Let's apply a few drops. So this is 3 drops. Oh, talagang oil siya. Medyo may scent. Amoy pabango ng lola, which is not bad. I mean, smells nostalgic. Wow! Hindi naman siya masyadong strong yung scent. Like, I have to stiff my hands to smell it. Parang the 3 drops is enough for my entire face. Para ka lang gumamit ng facial oil on your face is how I feel about it. Now, let's see how this looks like underneath their BB cream. So, I have their BB cream with SPF 20. So, this is an all-in-one quick fix. So, hopefully, hindi siya masyadong maputi kasi sayang naman. So, similar packaging siya dun sa concealer. Almost magkasing laki na sila. Yung BB cream comes in a 1 fluid ounce tube. And let's open this. So it's a squeeze tube. So, and then gently blend out. So what I'm gonna do is start with my nose. Tapos I'll blend it out using my finger. Kapag hindi siya na-blend out ng maayos, because this is BB cream nga, dapat pwede siya ma-blend out with just the fingers eh. Kapag hindi siya na-blend ng maayos, I'll use a brush afterward. It definitely has some coverage ha. Pero I'm not sure how it's blending in with the Illuminating Primer Oil. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use this BB cream with the Illuminating Primer Oil, but I assumed since pinadala nila together. Let's see yung ingredients. It's not water-based naman, so it should be fine. Scent-wise, same scent as the Illuminating Primer Oil. Not too strong na mababother kayo unless sensitive kayo sa mga scents. It's actually very lightweight, in my opinion. Talagang hindi siya sticky and ang dali niyang i-blend sa skin because we did apply that Illuminating Primer Oil. I'm gonna use a brush na kasi parang natatagalan tayo using my fingers. Although, parang kaya naman siya i-blend out with the fingers. It's just that may brush naman, so why not, diba? So, I'm using the Ann Klutz Blush Brush. Ayan. Mas may coverage din na siya now that I'm blending it out with a brush. Although I would say na yung shade na beige, it has more of a cool or like a pink undertone. Which, since golden neutral undertone naman ako, I can definitely make a cool or a warm undertone or a cool or warm shade work for me. Ang ganda ng primer oil sa ilalim, in fairness. Excited ako gamitin yun with my other foundations, lalo na yung mga matte finish. Kasi parang, tama nga. Ayan. Siyempre, pantayin natin yung sa may neck. Ayun o, ma-pink siya. So, kung warm yung undertones nyo, baka revisit or swatch nyo muna yung mga shades. Kasi, pinkish, mapula. Oo, let's see how it will set in my skin after mag-powder. Coverage-wise, it's sheer. As you can see, kita pa yung aking pimple scar right here. My scarring. Some redness is peeking through. It's very, very, very sheer. But it's lightweight and it's not sticky. Easy to use din. Medyo seamless naman yung feel niya and hindi talaga siya malagkit at all with the coverage. Sheer to medium coverage lang siya. Pero, you know, BB creams naman talaga, hindi naman talaga siya medium coverage eh. More of sheer lang talaga yan. So, hindi na ako masya-shock if ever tinry ko siya i-build up tapos nagmukha siyang cakey. Okay, now time for the concealer. So we used the concealer na earlier today to use it as a primer for my eyelids, which works super well, and I don't need to buy an eyeshadow primer na kasi ito na yung gagamitin ko. But now let's try it on as a concealer talaga. So let's start off with my under eye area and then we'll try to conceal some of my blemishes like the scarring right here, veins peeking through, and especially sa redness ko dito sa my nose. Para akong hinihingal. Like I said, hindi ko talaga favorite na brush tip applicator siya. I just don't think it's the best type of applicator, and sometimes nagkakaroon ng build-up ng product dito sa tip na to. Which, like I said, it's not my favorite. Ayan. Same shade yung concealer ko and yung BB cream. It's both in the shade beige. So, tignan natin kung anong magiging itsura niya sa face. Ooh. Maganda yung finish nung concealer. It's not matte. Definitely more of a natural finish. Coverage-wise, it's not concealing any of my blemishes. Mas maganda siya for the under eye area in my opinion. Kasi parang may nice sheen to it siya na talagang nakaka-highlight or nakaka-brighten ng under eyes. But not something that I would use to really conceal like blemishes. Especially on in the nose area. Parang medyo nagbe-build up or nagki-cakey. There. So I don't have a powder, so I'm just gonna use my Happy Skin Fresh Morning Dew Aqua Cooling Setting Powder to set the rest of my face. Before I set the rest of my face with powder, I'm gonna apply some blush muna and bronzer. So I'm gonna use the Taviant Sculpt to Bronze in the shade Morocco. For blush, I'm just using one of the Velvet Flush Multi-Use Mousse, and I think for today I want I want to use the shade Lucas for a more neutral blush since medyo may pagka-warm yung ating eyeshadow. So I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this, pero feeling ko kasi medyo mapulay yung blush ko and I want to add a little bit of warmth to it. So what I'm gonna do is dip a little bit of itong morn lang, tapos I'm gonna top it off. Onting-onti lang, not too much. Para lang magpantay yung oof, that's a lot. Para lang magpantay yung color na mas more on the warm peachy color siya. So I'm just going to set my entire face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Okay, so we're done with the base makeup and now it's time to finish it off with the lips. So they sent me two products. They have the lip ink, which is more of your tinted or your lip tint, and then we have the Satin Luxe, which is your traditional satin lipstick. So I got the shade Tangerine Tango in the lip tint, so I'm gonna apply that first, and what I'm gonna do is layer the satin lipstick on top of it so we get to try both. And this is a method that I learned through Albert Corniawan. He mentioned that he usually applies a lip tint underneath the lipstick just so that if the lipstick starts wearing off, the lips wouldn't look too dull, not necessarily dull, not too bare, para may onting color pa rin siya through the lip tint. So like I said, we're opening this up. This is in the shade Tangerine Tango. Even though yung shade niya is Tangerine Tango, in person, parang ma-pink siya. I thought it was gonna be more on the warmer, like, orange side of things. It's not that bad. It's really your regular lip tint, I would say, yung finish niya. Yan. Here is how it looks. The way it feels on my lips, parang wala akong nilagay at all, so very lightweight. I don't think it's drying, but we'll see at the end of the day. Medyo pink yung color niya sa akin. I wish it was closer to like a warmer, more neutral color. Pero I wouldn't say it's bad as well. So let's layer it with the Satin Luxe lipstick. This is in the shade Lit. So let's apply this directly on my lips. Parang may pa pink marble effect yung packaging. Ooh, it's very creamy. Yan. Parang mas bagay na yung color So with the satin lipstick, I would say it's just your regular lipstick. It feels lightweight. It doesn't feel like there's anything on my lips at the moment, and wala siyang stickiness at all. I can actually feel like it's moisturizing, and I like the scent. Parang marshmallow yung scent niya. So it's not nakaka-bother na scent. When it comes to the lipstick, this is a satin lipstick, so of course it's going to transfer. No doubt about that. Pero the way it glided on my lips and one swipe, both upper and lower lip, ang dali niyang gamitin. For the price, I would say it would compete with a lot of Maybelline products. But anyway, let's start off with the brows. So far, I like the brows. Super dali niyang gamitin. The shade is just right. Not too warm, not too cool in my opinion. It leans to, even though the shade is called coffee, it leans more toward the cooler side than the warm side, which it doesn't bother me at all because at the end of the day, my natural hair color is black, so mas babagay yung color na yun sa brows. Okay, so this Sunset Dream palette actually reminds me of this Adeline Morin and Tarte palette. As in, yung color story niya, it's very similar. Even yung formula nitong Sunset Dream is very similar as well. Mas pigmented lang to, like the one swipe, super pigmented. Mas makukuha mo siya here. Pero, look at the color story. Sobrang similar niya, diba? And yung naging itsura nung final makeup look ko was very similar to the Adeline Morin makeup look that I created when I used this palette. So overall, for the price, I know this is on sale right now and Shopee's 88 or 99 sale is coming up. So definitely check this out kasi parang 495 pesos siya originally, and then I think it's already half off at the moment. So if you're looking for an eyeshadow palette, your first eyeshadow palette or any eyeshadow palette, or you just want to add to your collection, highly recommend this. Ang ganda nung glitter or ng shimmer pigments niya kasi I applied it with the dry brush and sobrang ang bilis niyang i-apply sa lids. And so far, hindi naman siya nagki-crease even though I didn't really use like a shimmer topper or a shimmer primer. Gusto mo yung itsura ko, mukha akong tanga. But anyway, hands down, maganda tong Sunset Dream palette. I like the color story. Definitely something that I see myself pulling out of my drawer and using on a daily basis. Next up is the eyeliner. While I love the eyeshadow palette, the eyeliner just wasn't for me. I had high expectations because when I swatched it on the back of my hand, ang ganda nung swatch niya. Pero when I was swatching it on my eyelids itself, where you're supposed to use it, ang hirap mag-transfer ng product sa lids ko. Now, I want you guys to know na meron talagang mga ibang eyeliners na nahihirapan akong mag-transfer yung product sa lids ko. It was a problem na when I was younger pa, kahit yung aunt ko sabi sa akin, hala, bakit hindi nag-transfer yung eyeliner? So, I'm not sure kung sa akin lang ba to hindi gumana or ganito din yung performance niya sa inyo. So, if you na-try nyo na yung liquid eyeliner, please comment down below kasi curious ako. Ang ganda pa naman ng swatch kasi it wasn't too glossy, it wasn't too matte, it was just the right finish. So, ayun. And maganda yung tip niya kasi precise na precise as you can see. Sayang naman. So, ito lang talaga, hindi ko siya nagustuhan kasi you have to go back and forth, and a lot of times when I have to go back and forth with my eyeliner, nami-mess up ko yung eyeshadow look ko. Okay, the Illuminating Primer Oil. At first, I didn't think I was gonna like it kasi sobrang oily niya. As in, itong hawakan pa lang ng dropper niya was super oily. And looking at it in the bottle, parang, hala, it's gonna be a splash of glitter on your face. But this is amazing. It's super lightweight. You definitely don't need to apply moisturizer after or before this na kasi this does it all. And it's, like I said, very lightweight. So, perfect for summer. Even though mainit sa labas, parang wala akong na-feel na weight sa skin ko when I use this. And ang ganda niya lang na base for your foundation to have that nice, healthy glow that you want to achieve. Now, I don't know how I feel about this at the moment kasi at first I was like, okay, yung beige parang ma-pink siya. Pero nung tinitignan ko yung mirror or yung face ko sa mirror, parang nag-oxidize na siya. Pero I just want you guys to know na acidic ako, so I don't know if that helps or not helps or if that affects yung mga foundation na ginagamit ko. Pero nung tumingin ako sa mirror, parang pumantay siya sa skin ko kasi nga nag-oxidize siya. Kasi at first I was like, oh, parang medyo pink siya na malight. And now, parang pantay na siya sa totoong skin color ko. So, I felt like it oxidized kasi parang naging darker din siya. The finish is okay. This is not my favorite BB cream for the price. It's good for like an everyday product kung nagtitipid kayo. Pero, I've definitely tried a lot of better products or like face or base products around the same price point with this. Siguro if you're looking for a similar product, I would suggest just getting the BLK Tinted Sunscreen. Mas prefer ko yung finish nun kesa dito kasi mas may coverage yung Tinted Sunscreen ni BLK. Ito, I really had to go back and forth tapos medyo nagbe-build up siya in some areas. It's not my favorite, but it's also not that bad. The concealer, this is great for the under eyes, pero to conceal any blemishes, it's not gonna help. Like coverage-wise, even though it says Intense Cover Concealer, for some reason, it wasn't the best when covering the blemishes. Pero my under eye area, I really like the finish of it. It's not creasing. It's very lightweight. I don't feel like there's anything on my under eye area. Tapos it's really brightening as well. Not in a talagang kita mo na sobrang bright ng under eye area, pero in a nice, subtle, natural way. So I'm definitely gonna keep using this on my under eye area. Like I said, I'm using the shade beige and I feel like it's enough to brighten up my under eye area, pero hindi siya yung halatang binabrighten mo yung under eye area mo. Sometimes kasi ganun na, diba? Pag naglalagay ka ng concealer sa under eye area, parang kitang-kita mo yung ibang color nung under eye area sa rest of your face. Pero with this, parang ang seamless nung biglang pag-brighten sa under eye. So, really like this for the under eyes. As a concealer, like to cover blemishes, not my favorite. And then, last two products, the lip products. The lip tint, I already told you guys na parang masyado siyang mabilis mag-dry for me. So, it's not my favorite. As well as the shade, parang more of Barbie pink siya, which is not a shade I usually go for. So, I'm gonna pass on the lip tint for now. Pero siguro, if I try a different shade, baka mag-iba yung aking perception on this product. Pero for me, it's okay to skip this. Nothing too fancy. Nothing extraordinary. It's just your regular lip tint, and I've tried a lot of better lip tints compared to this. If there's anything na ipapatry, na ma-recommend ko sa inyong itry nyo from everything that I used today, it's gonna be the Sunset Eyeshadow Palette and the Satin Luxe Lipstick. Maganda yung packaging niya, first of all, even with the very affordable price. So, I really applaud that kasi a lot of times, diba, kapag super mura ng product, parang pag ginamit mo siya, nafe-feel mo na din na, sometimes gusto mo lang talaga na when you're applying your makeup, diba? Parang ang sarap ng feeling, ang luxe ng feeling mo. And with this lipstick, you get it even though it's very affordable. Okay, yung packaging niya, it's made out of plastic kasi nga affordable, pero the way that it looks with the rose gold finishes, it's something that you wouldn't be afraid to put on display on your makeup or your vanity table. So, ayun, enough of the packaging. The product itself, it's not too bad at all. Like I said, it's very comparable to a lot of my Maybelline. Glides on super nice, very pigmented, and hindi siya nagtatransfer sa teeth ko. Kasi minsan merong mga lipstick akong ginagamit na isang glide ko lang, nagtatransfer siya sa teeth ko. I don't know what that problem is. Baka ako yung may kasalanan nun. But anyway, lipstick itself, maganda yung formula. Like I said, very moisturizing in my opinion, not drying at all. And the shade is really nice. At first, I was like, baka masyadong bright yung shade na to for me, but I actually like it for my lips. I feel like it's very nakaka-brighten ng entire makeup look. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. So that is everything that I have to say for this whole collection. I know Detail Cosmetics, yung goal talaga nila or yung objective nila is to make makeup reachable or attainable for everybody. That's why it's very affordable. Pero even though it comes with a very affordable price tag, I do have to say that a lot of the products that I've tried today, maganda siya for everyday use. Of course, if compare mo to sa ibang mga products in the market, like Happy Skin, ganyan, sobrang layo nung prices niya na it's not apples to apples when you compare it. So, take this with a grain of salt na you do get what you pay for, pero for the price, I think it's worth it. So, that is everything that I have to say for the Detail Cosmetics makeup that I've tried. And Once again, I want to thank the Detail Cosmetics team for sending this to me kasi super happy ako sa mga na-try ko. Ito din pala, sorry, before I forget, I would highly recommend you try the Illuminating Primer Oil, especially if may dry skin ka kasi ang ganda nito. Anyway, that is all that I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am gonna do a wear test, pero I'm just gonna insert before and after photo.
Ito, andito na ako kasi I saw how the BB cream wore and I thought medyo misleading if I left the video like that na. But here is how it looks. Very quick lang to. As you can see, first and foremost, eyeliner. Nag-transfer na siya. I didn't actually go out. Nasa house lang ako the entire day. Nagnap ako. And then, hindi ko naman masyadong tinouch yung face ko. But as you can see, yung eyeliner, medyo natatanggal na siya. And then, hold on. Nag-crease na din yung concealer. I wouldn't say it's too bad. Medyo parang nagwo-wear siya, diba? As you can see, yung eyeshadow is okay pa naman. Parang minimal creasing lang siya. It's not that bad. And then, yung BB cream, ayan. As in, parang wala na siya sa face ko. You can see all of my blemishes na nag-wear off na talaga siya. Yung brows ko is super okay. So, if anything, super nagustuhan ko tong brows. And then, yun. So, overall, yung BB cream, mabilis siyang humulas. Like I said, hindi naman ako lumabas ng bahay today. Pero, yung itsura ng face ko, parang medyo patchy na yung face ko. And then, yung eyeliner, as you can see, nag-smudge na nga siya. And then, eyeshadow is good pa. So, same pa rin yung recommendations ko. The eyeshadow, the brow pencil, and then the Illuminating Primer Oils are good. And then, when it comes to the lips, kumain ako ng madami, nag-ramen pa ako. Natanggal na yung lipstick, as you can see. Pero, yung lips ko, parang may sheer tint pa rin siya. Hindi siya like super bland na wala ng color. Parang may nice pink color pa rin siya, which I guess is from the lip tint. So, okay rin yun. I did feel na medyo nag-dry siya with the lip tint, pero hindi naman siya dry na naging chappy yung lips ko. Parang natuyo lang siya. But yun, so that is all I have to say for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!